Hi, it's Nicole, and with it being the last day of the month, it's time to dive into month in review. As a reminder, this is a collaboration with Lisa over at Life and Layouts, and I am going to give you a small spoiler. I do not have any footage of me embellishing this layout. I very much had a day where I was working on stuff, knew that I didn't need to film it, turned my camera off, got a little aggressive with how many things I was finishing up and what I was working on. And when I went to pull all of the files off my SD card, I realized that I had goofed big time. But we're going to get into that in a minute. First, let's go ahead and get this layout kind of set up. I trimmed my photo collage down. I want to say January through July, I was doing kind of like DIY photo collages because if you've been keeping up and you remember, my January layout was based off of a Scrapbook Generation calendar themed sketch bundle where a lot of the photos were 1.75 by 2 inches high, and I was doing that in Photoshop. Well, today I was very much just, I want to get this done. I actually worked on September with this layout at the same time, so I actually have August and September done. Go me. But I kind of needed a little shortcut, so I pulled out some Carrie Bradford photo collage templates and just kind of relied on those. They're a little bit quicker because you just drag and drop your photos into pre-cropped spaces. So taking out the time of having to crop them and move them and align the edges up really just kind of saved me a lot of time, which I think was why I went ahead and did September, because I was like, oh, okay, that didn't take very long. Let's go ahead and pull September photos and kind of just get it done. So with most of these, I've kind of been flipping back and forth between a more horizontal paper arrangement or a more vertical paper arrangement. And I kind of start with my photo collage, figure out my strips of pattern paper, and then these three elements right here are kind of what I try to figure out how and where they're going to fit. These are sort of the meat and potatoes of each layout for me with this month in review run. I think I mentioned it in July's video. I love month in review. This one just has not been my favorite. I'm not 100% sure why. It could just be the season that I'm in right now. It could be just the fact that I know I'm 2/3 of the way through it and I'm getting a little tired of it, even though I'm really only working on it once a month. I think I just kind of, I don't know. It's not something that today I was looking forward to working on, but you know what? I got it done. With the pattern papers, I've been using those like square printed, there's a pattern paper that has little squares printed in stripes. I've been cutting those stripes apart and using them as borders to be able to kind of bring in like a specific color border. And then with the pattern papers, I'm just kind of bouncing around and trying to use patterns that I haven't used yet or haven't used in the recent, or I should say the previous couple of months. That just is what works for me. With this For the Record collection from Simple Stories, it is very much like it has the same color palette. It's very kind of office, daily life themed, but I feel like it's a little bit more chaotic than the one that I had done previously and used with Month in Review. I feel like it doesn't have as many B-sides. It has a lot of busy pattern papers. And then I'm somebody that I like when, let's use August as an example. I like when the August card, the journaling card, the calendar piece, the sticker, I like when all of that kind of has the same color family. And with this one, it doesn't do that. So you're not going to see with like February, you're not going to see it lean more towards pinks and reds. You're not going to see July lean towards more reds and blues. It's just this color palette mixed everywhere. Normally I would love that. I think I'm just, like I said, I think I'm just sort of really wanting more B-sides and really wanting more of a color focus. And so typically that just means that I need to do more work on my end to kind of force a color focus, if that makes sense. All that to say, August doesn't have a color focus. August, I really just kind of leaned into anything and everything. Goes with the embellishments as well, because again, I don't have that clip, and I'm so sorry. I know that's the part that a lot of people like. I chose, because I didn't have that clip, I chose to kind of leave this section of the video a little bit longer, just so you can kind of see that it does take me a while to pick patterns. It does take me a while to kind of figure out this like base to house everything, and then it's pretty quick once I get, you know, these kind of basic elements down. With this one, I did kind of like a loose little scene building across the top. I actually incorporated, there's like a large yellow lamp that I had kind of been waiting on. I put him in this one today. You'll see it in the photos at the end. And with how busy this collection is, and just, there's just so much going on with it, I'm finding that I'm actually using less embellishments than I think I normally would, because normally I would be, you know, embellishing on top of a B-side and you would have kind of that visual break. Embellishing on top of A-sides for me just starts to feel a little overwhelming, a little too busy. So I'm noticing that I'm kind of embellishing a little less than I normally would, especially with such a large collection like this, where it almost feels a little bit like a creating with collections, where I should be trying to use as much as I can. But at the end of the day, I'm going to do me. You do you. I'm going to do me. I'm going to put what I like, how much I like, and then there's usually a point where I'm just like, I'm over it, I'm done. The layout is good enough, and kind of move on. I did end up having to pull these up. I was not thinking, like, I thought visually I could kind of center everything. I should know by now that I cannot put something on straight, let alone centered, without help of a ruler or a mat or something. Luckily, using textured cardstock, I am pretty good at pulling up that ATG adhesive. It kind of takes a little bit to really adhere to everything, and I don't really push super hard until I'm like, okay, it's here. And then these little strips, I do make sure, because again, that texture cardstock doesn't, it's, you know, it's got nooks and crannies. So any of these like skinny strips, I do like to go ahead and put liquid adhesive on them. And then just like every other month, I am doing just kind of basic hand stitched lines on that white textured cardstock along the edges of these strips. And lately I've just been going with whatever color of these little squares I've used. That's the color that I go ahead and use for my journaling. I am pulling in, I think I grabbed a pink one and an aqua one here, just to kind of break up these patterns and kind of give them a little bit, I almost want to say breathing room. Sometimes when I butt two busy papers up together, it bugs me. So these little strips have been coming in clutch for that. I'm not going to put the like aqua color one on yet, because that's basically going to be almost like a shelf. The August card, calendar, and journaling card are wider than my photo collage, so I can't really just tuck them behind my photo collage and allow that to kind of be the shelf for all of that. So by putting in that little border strip, it's going to allow me to kind of embellish across the top of that 12-inch section and not just across the top of the photo collage. So just kind of a little thing that I like to do. I'm going to go ahead, poke my holes. I like to draw a pencil line and erase it. I know people say you don't need to erase it. I like erasing it. It makes me feel good. So if you don't want to erase your lines, don't do it. I am printing my journaling on this journaling card. I keep this formatting. I just save it in Google Docs, and every month I pull up 2024 journaling and just retype over it. And It is spaced where I need it to be spaced, and I just kind of visually keep an eye out for where that little number is going to be. So here you can see where I did that kind of scene shelf type thing up here above the photo collage, filled in the opening on my photo collage with some scraps of pattern paper. And like I said, I just fill in with different things from the die cut sheet, the sticker book, the sticker sheet. There's so much in this collection. I think I used a couple of the adhesive brads. Yes, I used that little one that says hi. Still had a couple of those tiny florals, which I was loving. So with that, that is my August month in review layout. Make sure you check the description box below, or you can find a link to Lisa's videos and links to the products. And I will catch you guys next time. Bye.